Ah! Did I scare you? Did you think the video had frozen? Or did I just look stupid because I was just like... But yeah, I hope I scared you then, because that's probably scarier than the film I'm going to review. I've got to admit, I don't watch many horror films, so this week's going to be a bit rubbish because the film I'm going to be reviewing isn't actually that scary, but that's only because I'm saving the really scary ones for the following weeks. So yeah, the film I'm going to be reviewing is over there, so I'll just go and get it. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to be reviewing, you might have seen it, don't laugh, okay, because I know it's not very scary, but it's Disturbia with that kid who was in Even Stevens, like Shia LaBeouf, or LaBeouf, I don't know how you say it. Yeah, so I bought this film, like expecting, you know, a proper horror film. Like all the way through I thought it was going to be scary. Like, I mean, if you look at the cover, it kind of makes you think it's going to be a horror film. And also, you know, it's a 15, so, you know, that allows for a bit of violence and stuff. But so I bought it and I started to watch it, and about an hour into the film, I don't know, well, I guess it didn't take that long, about 30 minutes into the film, I started to realise that, well, it was more like a teen comedy than a horror, do you know what I mean? Because, well, I'll tell you what it's about. This kid is living under house arrest, and so he can't leave his house. He has this little, like, tag thing around his leg, and if he goes beyond a certain barrier, it'll beep, so he's confined in his house. And then next door, this hot girl moves in, which is, like, really cliche, and he goes to talk to her and stuff, but he can't get out because this thing's beeping. And then when she's like sunbathing and stuff, he's like, you know, looking through binoculars at her. I mean, if you want to see a hot girl, then watch this film, because he's like looking through binoculars and stuff. But, you know, like 50 minutes into the film, I was kind of thinking, is this going to be scary or what? Because, you know, there had been little hints at stuff, but nothing scary had happened. And well, basically there's this weird guy who like lives across the road, because what the guy starts doing, because he's under house arrest, he starts looking through his binoculars to yeah, well, it's my face, yeah. Okay, he starts looking through binoculars to I don't know, he's bored, so he just starts watching his neighbourhood, and he notices this weird old guy that lives like across the street, or I think it's across the street, yeah. And all this stuff happens, and this weird guy starts talking to his mum, and that's when he starts getting a bit worried, because this guy's really creepy, and it kind of escalates from there. But this film, it's like, I'm sorry to review such a lame horror film, but I really am. I'm saving the best ones for, you know, the following weeks. I'm going to build up to scarier, scarier and scarier. But yeah, I was waiting to be scared in this film for the whole, how long is it? For the whole 100 minutes it was on, and it didn't scare me once. So if you want a horror film, don't watch this. If you want like a I don't know, a teen comedy with like 20 minutes of action at the end, then watch this film. I mean, there's just some suspense in this film. Like in one bit, the main guy sends his best friend round to the weirdo's house, and they have like walkie-talkies and stuff, and it's like, that bit's pretty suspenseful. I mean, this is a good film. I like it. It's just, it's not a good horror film at all. It fails at being a horror film. But, you know, as a film, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10, because I was really disappointed with the ending. It's just such a predictable ending. Like, the film's, you know, it doesn't really have, it has a good story, like the idea of the story, being trapped in a house, you know, looking out the window, and then, I mean, I guess the evil neighbour thing is a bit cliched, but the film is just full of cliches. So yeah, so check it out if you want to see a hot girl. Yeah. Don't check it out if you want to see a horror film, because it isn't a horror film, to be honest. It's just a teen comedy with action at the end. So yeah, the start was kind of cool, the way it opened. But yeah, okay, that was, so basically, I'm really repeating myself now. Don't watch this if you want a horror film. Watch it if you want, I don't know, a teen comedy. And I mean, the main guy, what's his face, Shia LaBeouf or whatever he's called. I mean, he gets a lot of criticism and stuff, but in this film he's really, what's the word, kind of like energetic as the lead character. So you know, he does a pretty good job. And the girl, who I don't know what she's called, I'm guessing it's Sarah Roma. She does a good job as the hot girl, but it's not exactly a hard part. All you have to do is be a hot girl and then just stand there. So, and whoever plays his best friend, he does a good job too. And also it has that woman from The Matrix, Trinity, Carrie-Anne Moss. She's in this as well, and she doesn't have a very big role, but it was, when I saw her, I was just like, oh my god, it's that girl from The Matrix. So, yeah. So, you know, it's a good film, but a bad horror film. I'm gonna go now before I repeat myself anymore. So, farewell, thanks for watching, and I promise I will review a scarier film next week. Okay, bye. Wow, look, it's kind of sunny. It's kind of sunny, but kind of not. But yeah, bye.